You know the moment. Your phone is in your hand. You see her name. Or maybe you don't. Maybe that's the whole problem. Hours go by, then a day, then two, and you can feel yourself slipping into that old loop again, rereading the last message, replaying the last date, wondering if you came on too strong, wondering if you should say something, wondering if silence means space or goodbye. And in your head, it sounds like this. What do I do now? Should I reach out? Did I mess this up? Why did she get close, then go cold? Why does this always happen when it starts feeling real? Here's the truth. Avoidants do not respect the man who reacts the fastest. They respect the man who stays the calmest. You're not crazy. This isn't about you being weak. Most guys feel exactly this, man, and nobody ever explains what's actually creating the shift. By the end of this video, you're going to understand the one behavior that instantly changes the dynamic with an avoidant, why it hits so deeply on an emotional level, and how to use it without playing games, losing your dignity, or becoming cold. Let's get into it. Most guys believe power comes from saying the right thing, sending the perfect text, timing it better, explaining themselves more clearly, proving they care in a more mature way. But the real truth is this. Power flips the second you stop reacting emotionally to her distance and start staying grounded inside your own presence. That's the behavior. Calm non-reactivity. Not indifference, not coldness, not fake alpha silence, but grounded, genuine, emotionally clean self-possession. Because an avoidant woman does not just listen to your words, she senses your energy. She feels whether your attention is calm or loaded. She feels whether your presence is steady or reaching. And the moment your vibe starts saying, "Please give me certainty so I can feel okay," her energy shifts. She feels a wall go up. Her gut tells her something is off. That's why most guys lose respect fast. Not because they care, because they react. They chase the shift. They rush to fix the tension. They turn one moment of distance into a full emotional event. And to an avoidant, that instantly feels like pressure. It feels like emotional weight. It feels like you need something from her that she does not feel ready to give. But when you stay calm, everything changes. Because now she feels something rare. Space, safety, no emotional grab, no invisible demand, no panic leaking through your words. And that's when attraction begins to breathe again. So let's break down exactly how this one behavior flips the power. 1. Stop reacting to the pullback. This is the first layer. Most guys feel her energy dip and instantly make it bigger than it is. They text again, they check in, they ask if everything is okay. They try to close the emotional distance the second they feel it, because uncertainty makes them restless. But here's the deeper truth. An avoidant does not experience your fast reaction as leadership. She experiences it as pressure. She feels your anxiety enter the connection. She senses that her small pullback has now become your emotional emergency. And that instantly makes her want even more space. Wrong approach sounds like this. "Hey, you've been kind of off. Did I do something? I just want to make sure we're good." Right approach sounds like this. "Got it. Hope your week goes smooth." That's it. Short, calm, grounded. Most guys think restraint loses power. It doesn't. It creates it. Because your energy is the message before your mouth even opens. And when you don't react to the pullback, her brain starts whispering. Why does he feel so steady? And when you do that, she feels space instead of pressure. And space is the first thing that makes respect return. 2. Don't try to explain your value. Here's the part nobody talks about. Most guys feel misunderstood by an avoidant, so they start selling themselves. Not directly, but subtly. They explain how genuine they are, how patient they've been, how real their intentions are, how they're not like other guys. That never lands the way you think it does. Because the moment you start explaining your value, she feels that you need her to confirm it. And that changes the entire vibe. She doesn't just hear your words, she senses the reach underneath them. Her energy shifts because your presence no longer feels effortless. It feels like persuasion. Wrong approach sounds like this. I'm actually trying to be real with you. I don't play games, and I've been nothing but genuine. Right approach sounds like this. You show it. You don't announce it. You stay respectful. You stay calm. You keep your standards. You let your behavior speak in silence, not loud confidence, not fake confidence, not flexing at the gym confidence, but quiet, grounded, I know who I am confidence. Most guys talk value. You embody it. And when you do that, she feels your self-respect without needing to be convinced. And that's emotional caffeine for her brain. 3. Let her feel the consequence of less access. This is the one most guys completely miss. Most guys think being consistent means always being available. Instant replies, constant warmth, endless understanding, unlimited access. But here's what they don't see. If your presence is always available, it stops feeling valuable. Not because you're bad, because there's no contrast. And with avoidance especially, respect rises when she feels that your energy is steady, but not endlessly on call. That does not mean punishment. It means boundaries. Wrong approach is this. She disappears for 2 days, then comes back with a low-effort message, and you answer instantly with full energy like nothing happened. Right approach is this. She disappears for 2 days, she comes back. You respond when you actually have space. You keep it warm but measured. You do not reward inconsistency with maximum access. Conversation isn't a performance. It's a dance. And if you keep rushing toward her every time she steps back, there's no rhythm left, just imbalance. Most guys make access automatic. You make access earned through consistency. And when you do that, she feels your absence as real, not dramatic. And that's when she starts replaying the connection in her head. 4. Hold your emotional center. And here's where it gets interesting. Most guys don't lose power because of one text. They lose it because their whole inner state starts orbiting her. Now their mood depends on her reply time. Their confidence depends on her warmth. Their peace depends on her consistency. She feels that instantly. An avoidant woman is deeply sensitive to emotional dependence. If she senses that your center is inside the connection instead of inside yourself, her gut says, "This is getting heavy." She feels like your stability is becoming her responsibility. And that kills respect fast. Wrong approach looks like this. You stop focusing. You start checking your phone every few minutes. You stalk stories. You spiral in silence. You make her distance the center of your whole day. Right approach looks like this. You go train, you work, you reset your habits, you call your boys, you sleep on time, you keep building your real life instead of pausing it. This isn't a trick. This is who you're becoming. Not detached, not numb, not pretending you don't care, but deeply grounded in your own life. Most guys want her to calm them down. You become the man who is already calm. And when you do that, she feels that your presence is solid, not hungry. And that's the shift that turns interest into respect. 5. Speak without emotional weight. Here's the part that changes everything. Most guys think calm means saying less. That's only half true. Real power is not just fewer words. It's cleaner words, because you can send one sentence that still feels needy, and you can send one sentence that feels magnetic. The difference is emotional weight. Wrong approach sounds like this. No worries, I totally understand if you need space. I just don't want things to get weird because I really like what we have. Right approach sounds like this. All good, take care. See the difference? One sentence reaches, the other sentence releases. Most guys communicate with invisible hooks in their words, little emotional nets, little attempts to pull reassurance out of the moment. But an avoidant feels that instantly. Her brain says, he's asking for something without saying it. And that's when she backs away. But when your words are clean, your presence feels safe. No pressure, no hidden invoice, no emotional debt. Silence between words is like silence between musical notes. That's where the rhythm lives. And when your words carry less weight, She can finally feel your calm instead of your craving. And when you do that, she feels relief around you. And relief is often what makes her come closer on her own. Yeah. Stay unmoved when she tests the dynamic. Bro, this one matters. Sometimes avoidants do not come back with warmth. They come back with confusion, a random text, a dry reply, a half-open door, a little breadcrumb just to see what version of you is still waiting there. Most guys fail right here. They see the opening and instantly overinvest. They go full energy, full emotion, full hope. And the second they do, the power flips right back. Because what was she testing? Not whether you still like her. She already knows that. She's testing whether your presence is still reactive, whether your energy is still easy to control, whether one small signal from her can instantly pull your whole mindset back into orbit. Wrong approach sounds like this. She sends, "Hey, stranger." You answer, "Wow, look who finally decided to text me back. I missed you." Right approach sounds like this. She sends, "Hey, stranger." You answer, "Hey, hope you've been good." Calm, warm, unforced. Most guys get excited too fast. You stay grounded long enough to read the pattern. Not cold, not bitter, not trying to punish her, but emotionally stable enough that one message doesn't own you. And when you do that, she feels your self-control. And that instantly makes your presence feel more magnetic. 7. Be willing to lose the dynamic that disrespects you. This is the deepest point. Most guys think power means getting her back. It doesn't. Power means being willing to walk away from any dynamic that keeps costing you your peace. That's the behavior underneath all of this. Calm non-reactivity only works when it's real, when it comes from standards, when it comes from self-respect, when it comes from the mindset that says, "I want connection, but I will not abandon myself to keep it." Because if deep down you're still terrified to lose her, she'll feel that too. She'll feel the fear beneath the silence. She'll feel the hunger beneath the calm, and the vibe will still be off. Wrong approach is staying available for crumbs forever because you're addicted to the occasional spark. You call it connection, but it's really intermittent reward, like a slot machine. Unclear, unstable, emotionally expensive. Right approach is this. You stay open to real connection, but you become unavailable for half-love, mixed signals, and draining patterns. You stop negotiating with what keeps disturbing your peace. Most guys fear losing the woman. You start fearing losing yourself. And here's the thing. The moment she feels that you are no longer controlled by the possibility of losing her, something flips. Her inner voice says, "He doesn't need me to validate him." Then another thought hits. Something about him feels different now. That is respect, and when you do that, she feels your boundaries as strength, not resistance, and that's what makes your presence impossible to casually dismiss. So let's bring this home. This isn't about learning some manipulative tactic. It's not about becoming colder, harder, or emotionally unavailable. It's about becoming so grounded that your energy no longer collapses the second a woman pulls back. This isn't about memorizing a list. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need one. When you internalize this, you stop performing and start being, and that's when everything shifts. These habits aren't about impressing women. They're about finally feeling settled inside your own skin. So if you remember one line from this video, remember this. The man who stays calm when connection gets uncertain is the man who instantly becomes harder to control. And if this hit you, the next video you need to watch is what to do when an avoidant suddenly comes back warm after going cold. Because staying grounded during the silence is one level, but knowing how to hold your power when she reappears is where the real game changes.